Madre, me abrazas, me besas, me ayudas. En ningún momento dudas en darme tu amor. Estás pendiente de mí en los golpes y tropiezos de la vida, así como en los triunfos y alegrías.
El idioma inglés es un medio de comunicación muy importante, ya que nos abre fronteras, más aún en el mundo actual. En esta ocasión hemos querido agasajarlas con la representación titulada The Wise Old Woman bajo la dirección de Miss Sara Tantaleán.
Many long years ago, there lived an arrogant and cruel young lord who ruled over a small village in the western hills of Japan.
I have been thinking.
What, my lord?
Definitely a great idea.
For sure, he's super clever.
I have known you for all people in my village. They are neither useful nor able to work for a living. I therefore decree that anyone over 70 must be banished and left it to the mountain to die.
That sounds interesting, my lord.
Yes, elders are really useless. They only cause problems. Then let it be done. From now on, I decree that anyone over 70 must be banished. Take them to the mountains, because in our village they are useless.
What a dreadful decree! What a cruel and irreasonable law we have! I can't believe it, I just can't!
Suddenly, he was insane.
Oh, my mother, my poor mother, what will happen with her?
The people of the village murmured, but the Lord fearfully punished anyone who disobeyed him. And so, villagers who turned over 70 were carried to the mountains, never to return. Gradually, there were fewer and fewer old people in this village, and soon they disappeared altogether. Then the young lord was pleased.
What a fine village of young, healthy and hard-working people I have. Soon they will be the finest village in all of Japan.
That is right, my lord. We'll become a great village.
The town with young members in it.
All healthy and hard-working.
Now, there live in this village a kind young farmer and his aged mother. They were poor, but the farmer was good to his mother, and the two of them lived happily together. However, as the years went by, the mother grew older, and before long, she reached the terrible age of 71.
If I could somehow deceive the cruel lord, but there were records in the village book, and everybody knew that my mother has turned 71.
Each day, the son put off telling his mother that he must take her into the mountains to die. But the people of the village began to talk. The farmer knew that if he did not take his mother away soon, the Lord would send his soldiers and threw them both into the dark dungeon to die a terrible death.
Mother,
Yes, my son?
the day is really beautiful.
Yes, my dear. Each day become great when we make it like that.
Mother,
Yes, my dear?
may I help you?
Yes, I need some help with these fabrics.
Mother?
Yes?
No, nothing.
My son,
Yes, mother?
the time has come for you to take me to the mountains. We must hurry before the Lord sends his soldiers for you.
Forgive me, dear mother, for what I must do.
And the next morning, he lifted his mother to his shoulders and set off on the steep path toward the mountains. Up and up he climbed, until the trees clustered those and the path was gone. There was no longer even the sound of birds, and they could hear only the soft wail of the wind in the trees. The son walked slowly, for he could not bear to think of leaving his mother in the mountains. On and on he climbed, not wanting to stop and leave her behind. Soon he heard his mother breaking small twigs from the trees that they passed.
Mother, what are you doing?
Do not worry, my son. I am just marking the way so you will not get lost returning to the village.
Even now you are thinking of me?
Of course, my son. You will always be in my thoughts. How could it be otherwise?
Mother, I cannot leave you in the mountains to die all alone. We are going back home, and no matter what the Lord does to punish me, I will never desert you again.
So they waited until the sun had set and a long star crept into the silent sky. Then, in the dark shadows of night, the farmer carried his mother down the hill and returned quietly to their little house. The farmer dug a deep hole in the floor of his kitchen and made a small room where he could hide his mother. From that day, she spent all her time in the secret room, and the farmer carried meals to her there. For the rest of the time, he was careful to work on the fields and act as though he lived alone. In this way, and for almost 2 years, the farmer kept his mother safely hiding, and no one in the village knew that she was there. Then, one day, there was a terrible commotion among the villagers, for Lord Iga of the town beyond the hills threatened to conquer their village and make it his own.
Listen and pay attention. I am going to send my powerful army to conquer you. Only 3 things can spare you. Bring me 1 box containing 1,000 ropes of ash, and I will spare your village. Then bring me that twist log. Your new challenge of this is to pass a silk thread from one side to the other of this log. Finally, the final thing is to bring me a drum that sounds without being beaten. You will fail.
So the young master quickly gathered together all the wise people of his village.
Surely you are a man of wisdom, so you can tell me how to meet Lord Iga's demand, so our village can be spared.
For the first challenge, my lord, and we can make even 1 rope of ash.
How can we make 1,000?
For the second challenge, a needle cannot bend its way through those curves.
We are facing an impossible demand.
For the third challenge, you know we are wise, but we don't know how to do it. It's impossible.
It is hopeless, it is hopeless. This time Lord Iga will conquer us.
Oh, there is nothing, no solution.
So the young master posted a notice on the village square offering a great reward of gold to any villager who could help him to save their village.
The one who can solve all of these 3 challenges will receive a big reward.
Surely it is an impossible thing for ash crumbles at the touch of the finger. How could anyone even make one rope of ash?
Alas, alas, we can be conquered, but yet not another cruel lord.
This master is cruel and worse than the first one. Why do we have to suffer so much?
The farmer, too, supposed that this must be, and he wondered what would happen to his mother if a new lord, even terrible than their own, came to rule over them.
Mother, we have to find a way to avoid being conquered by a terrible master.
This is not such an impossible task. The only thing you have to do is to soak ordinary rope in salt water and dry it well. When it is burned, it will hold its shape, and there is your rope of ash. Set the villagers to hurry and find 1,000 pieces of rope. The second is not so difficult. Put some sugar at one end of the hole and put a bumblebee inside of it. Then tie an ant to a piece of silk thread and put it in the other end. He will go to the sugar, and he will have the silk thread with him.
Mother, you are wonderfully wise.
So the young farmer went to give the good news to his master.
My lord, I have the solution.
You insignificant man, pretend to be wiser than us?
What do you think? Are you lauding for our master?
Don't you know that you might die? Who do you think you are?
Surely it won't work.
I don't think you'll be successful.
Silence! Men, speak.
My lord.
Oh! Ah! You are a brilliant man. But I think that those are not your ideas. Tell me honestly, who helped you?
For the past 2 years, I have broken the land of the law. I have kept my aged mother beneath the floor of my house, and it was she who solved all of your problems and saved the village from Lord Iga.
I have been very wrong, and I must ask the forgiveness of your mother and of all my people. Never again I will demand that all people be sent to the mountain to die. Rather, they will be treated with respect and share with us their wisdom of their years.
In this way, and thanks to the old lady's wisdom, the village was safe.
Here, my lord, what you ask for.
It's impossible. I can't conquer you now.
And so it was. From that day, the villagers were no longer forced to abandon their parents in the mountains. And the village became once more happy, cheerful place in which to live.
Happy Mother's Day!